Hey T Squad, it's me Keisha, and I am here with this week's All Tea All Shade Baddies Midwest Season 6 Episode 3. So I have some important news for you all. Starting today, over on Patreon, you all will be able to watch the reality shows that I review with me. Yes, you will get to see me watch the shows live, first time in the flesh, and you'll get to watch along with me. So that is why my prices went up on my Patreon. So now for my first tier, it's $7. My second tier is $12. But you all will be able to watch all of the Housewives shows with me, any Zeus shows that I review. The only thing that you won't be able to watch along with me is the OWN network shows, okay? But if you join my Patreon for the first tier, $7, you'll get to watch the shows with me. All of my traditional reviews will be on here, YouTube. So if you have not subscribed to my Patreon, the link is down below in the description box. You can head over there right now and watch this week's episode of Baddies Midwest, as well as the Real Housewives of Potomac. You'll be able to watch OC. You'll be able to watch New York. You'll be able to watch Salt Lake City with me. And then for my second tier, you get to watch all of those shows with me, plus my reaction to Selling Sunset, and we're currently watching season 2 of Bel-Air. Okay, it's popping over there on my Patreon. And for those of you that don't have the Zeus app, or you don't watch cable for real, don't watch the Bravo shows, now you can watch them on my Patreon, all of them, for $7 a month, unless you join the second tier and it's $12. But just think, if you had the Peacock app plus Zeus, that's what, about $25, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot how much I pay for Peacock, but at least $17 or something like that. So yeah, thank me later. Join me now on Patreon so y'all can watch these shows with me and see my reaction as I'm watching these shows for the first time. All right, but let's get into this week's review. So we pick up where we left off last week with Roelly and Diamond going heads up. And when they fought the second time, gotta give it to Roelly. Roelly used every last bit of air in her lungs to hit Diamond as hard as she could. She was like, woo, woo, woo. Like, and it was so slow. Like, the hits were so slow. And I'm like, were they even impactful? Because even though she was using all of her might, and it looked like she was hitting her hard, I don't know if the hits were actually hard, but baby, I know with them little 5 little pumps, she was tired. She was out of breath. She was going to need the inhaler or whatever. She was going to need to take a nap, honey. She was going to need to rejuvenate. She was going to need to get a massage, a long bath, put some alcohol on her legs and arms, because I know they're going to be swollen in the morning, child. Good googly moogly. So then they go another round, and Roelly won the third round too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think she won that round too. But gotta give it to Diamond. She stood on business. But afterwards, when they were like, okay, are you done? No, are you done? Are you done? Are you done? Roelly made it clear to Diamond that she was wrong for giving Meatball the chain last season, because Diamond actually did deserve it more than Meatball did, or at that moment she deserved it. And she says, however, that Diamond shouldn't have brought up her son, because her son is already under a lot of scrutiny, and his school has been leaked, where they lived have been leaked, and all of these different things. And she said that, she never wanted her son to be a part of this. And I was like, I understand it, and I 100% get it. But as soon as you put your life out there to the world, people are weird, and they're going to go looking to find out more. It's never enough. So you have to be ready for that. And then when we, the world, I guess, found out, because this is my first time knowing this after watching this week's episode, that apparently Roelly smokes with her son. And she got a lot of scrutiny for it, but she says that the reason why is because he started smoking at a very young age. And she said she would rather for him to smoke with her than be out here smoking with somebody else, and it's laced and he gets sick or pass. I get what she's saying. It's not the route I would have went on, but I will say this. Kyrese was 20 years old when he started to smoke. And he came to me and told me. He came to me and told me when it happened and everything. And at that point, he's 20. He's not a kid anymore. I have allowed him to smoke outside. He can't smoke in my house. He can smoke outside. You know, we've had the conversation. Don't just be smoking after anybody. You know what I'm saying? Use your own weed. Don't trust nobody. Da 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 da. You know? So I get it to an extent, but if he's underage and you smoking with him, like, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? I still low key don't even know if I would like it if even if he was grown, y'all smoking together. It's just a little weird to me, but to each his own. You know, she's doing what she feels is best for her and her kid. Would you smoke or drink with your kid if they're of age? Y'all let me know. Or is that weird to y'all and inappropriate? To me, it's just a line that shouldn't be crossed with parents and kids, you know? I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. But Diamond apologizes to her and her son, and they hug it out, and I'm happy that that is over, okay? So the newbies come in. The first set of the newbies come in, and the girl Bad Dolly comes in at Anna about not giving her a ticket during the auditions. She got mad that Anna didn't give her a ticket, and Anna was like, just because I didn't give you a ticket, like, what does that matter? You're still here. And I'm like, y'all got to stop using any and everything as a reason to have a problem with somebody for camera time, because like that reason alone is stupid as hell, because like she said, you're here. You're on the show. What does it matter if I didn't give you a ticket or not? Okay, I didn't see it for you at the time. Prove me wrong. Ooh. So they squash it. There's no issue. Jayla addresses Ivory and her thick ass neck. That neck is woo. Like, you can't tell me that she don't be doing them exercises that like Mike Tyson and the other boxers be doing when they had a little head on that thing with the weight, and they be like, cause her neck is literally this thick. Her neck is thicker than her head. My God. She don't need to slap into no Slim Jim. She don't need to eat no beef jerky. She don't need to lift weights. She don't need to do Pilates, yoga, run, track, nothing. She don't feed her no form of protein, no protein shakes. Leave Ivory big neck alone, all right? But Jayla, you know, addresses her about her leaving some crying, laughing emojis on some post online. I don't know what that is about, child. Don't get me the line. I don't know nothing about it, okay? But Jayla basically let Ivory know it really wasn't nothing. It ain't no issue. Like, she ain't got no issue with her. And Ivory was like, all right, it's cool or whatever. But in her confessional, she did, however, say that she felt like Jayla was copping a plea because she know what's up and that she was being a punk. Now, on next week's episode, they gonna bang. They gonna fight. And I'm ready for this one. I can't wait to see this fight. I still wish that we would have gotten the Tasiki versus Ivory, but that's not gonna happen. They're actually cool with each other this season, but I am excited about Jayla versus Ivory. I think that's gonna be a good one because, you know, Jayla got a lot of critics, haters, people that don't like her out there, people that have been wanting to see her get beat up. So I personally like Jayla. I don't like the way she's been acting this past season. She's been doing a lot of kind of like pick me behavior, especially when it comes to Natalie. And at the reunion, it was proven to you that Natalie nor Scotty nor none of them heifers really got your back like that for you to be going up for them all the time like you have been doing. But yeah, I'm super excited to see that fight. Summer, which is a newbie, immediately walks in with the second batch of newbies and runs up on Anna. Baby, she run up on Anna, who was sitting on the arm of a couch. She run up on her in her Juicy Couture velour sweatsuit. She slipped, child. She slip and fall as she's trying to hit Anna. Anna ends up falling backwards off the couch, landing on her back. The girl end up on getting on top of her. Security and stuff is trying to break it up. Baby, it was a Three Stooges mess. It was a mess, okay? And I'm like, Anna, get up. Get up. So, security breaks it up. Anna's able to get up off the floor, child. And we find out that this is the girl that snuck Mariah Lynn at the auditions when Mariah wasn't paying attention. And then Anna, ran after her trying to fight her too as well because of the fact that she snuck Mariah. And during the altercation or whatever, she took the girl Summer's purse. I don't know what she did with it. I don't know if she kept it. She threw it away. I don't know. But that's why the girl Summer felt some type of way, because she said they tried to jump her. Well, my thing is, you already know how the baddies girls rock. You hit one of them, they all gonna come after you. Okay? This is a part of the game. Don't understand why you snuck and hit her. I can't even remember how it even started between her and Mariah. Did they fight before? Yeah, I guess they had words or something, or maybe had even swung on each other before that and security jumped in. But you already know what's up. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could have a reason to feel some type of way, especially since she took your purse. But they going back and forth. Anna's shirt head came off. They had to give her a t-shirt to put on, child. Looked like she was in her daddy night shirt. Here go Anna picking up her boot, trying to swing and hit the girl with it. I'm like, Anna, stop picking up stuff. Stop picking up stuff and hitting people with it now. Like, you got too much mouth to always try to pick up something. You've been doing it a lot here lately. So they go a second round, child. And round 2, I got to give it to Anna. Anna won that second round. She did. Anna won that second round. Won it so much that when the fight was over, she had her wig in her hand and the girl Summer wig in her hand, baby. She said, I'm not leaving with one. I'm leaving with both. Diamond, after all of the melee and everything, stand up and said, forget all that. Where the fuck is my chain at? Okay? Like, she was like, Miss Natalie girl, give me my chain. I have done my big one, my second one, my third one. Give me my things. So Natalie finally gives her the chain that she has been desperately wanting. I'm like, girl, I'm so happy you got this dang on chain, okay? Chain, chain, chain. Chain of food. So then the next day is when it all goes down. You got the OGs on a Sprinter bus heading to the Detroit mansion, and then you got the Newbies on a Sprinter bus. So on the Newbie Sprinter bus, Summer is doing the most again. Yapping, being loud and wrong and strong and ghetto and ratchet and just want to be seen. It's like, girl, shut the hell up. So she back there in the back of the Sprinter talking about anybody that wanted can get it. She taking over this, that, and the third. She ain't scared to fight nobody. So, Ivory, the He-Man woman hater, immediately turned around and was like, who you talking about? Because I know you ain't talking about me. And she was like, I mean, anybody can get it. You can get it too. Like, it is what it is. So Ivory, she gonna stand on business. She gonna plant her foot on the ground. She immediately get up and jump to the back and get the fighting the girl. And just whooping her. Bink, 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 bink. Beating her down. Security jumping between them. And it was so funny to me that after she done beat this girl up, she gonna have the nerve to say, I don't like you. It's like, you could have said that first instead of attacking her, but to each his own. So then Ivory gonna say, and I wish you would touch Anna again. Because basically saying like you bigger than Anna. Now she's taller than Anna. I didn't know that she was as tall as she's not the tallest girl in the world, but she is taller than Anna, even though her legs are a little thicker than Anna's, but for the most part, she's still skinny. So, some of the other girls were co-signing what Ivory was saying about Anna being real small compared to the Summer girl. And Summer basically was like, I don't care. Like, I want to run it again with her. And matter of fact, I want to run it with Biggie too. Biggie can get it. So the girls are pressing her about wanting to fight Anna again. But when Ivory telling you to get up and run a fade, you was like, I don't want to fight again. I don't want to fight or whatever. So then the girl sitting next to her, who was, is that Big Lex? Yeah, Big Lex, who was sitting next to, no, that wasn't Big Lex. I forgot who this girl name was. I don't know who she was. Real pretty girl that was sitting next to her was trying to talk to her too. And the girl Summer was getting loud with her. She was like, I know you ain't getting loud with me. Next thing you know, they get to banging, honey. They get to banging. And she beat up Summer. And I was like, Summer girl, this ain't working out too well for you. You might want to shut the hell up. As they're fighting, Ivory jumps in trying to kick the girl in the face. I think she did kick her in the face. The other girl trying to kick her in the face. I was like, oh. Now, you would think with all that going on, the girl face would have been messed up or something, but like she still looked the way that she did when her hair was on her head. But by this point, the wig then came off, this blonde, stringy Party City wig she got going on and came off her head, and she steady trying to slip it back on. It's just like, girl, leave it off. Leave it off. It looked a mess already. Just stop. So then over in the OG's car, Anna says in her confessional that she's upset with Biggie because Biggie didn't jump into, her situation the day before with the girl Summer. So Anna says, that she's mad because none of the girls didn't stop it when she said that she didn't want to fight no more. She felt like they all should have jumped in and been like, all right, that's enough. She said she didn't want to fight. And she was like, she felt some type of way because she always jumping in on their behalf. But once again, you can't expect for everybody to move the same way that you move. Just because you will handle a situation one way don't mean that others will. So you need to lower your expectations of people. And then on top of that, Anna, you said out of your own mouth the day before, I like to jump. I like to jump. Well, everybody don't agree with jumping, folks, and jumping into stuff when it's a one-on-one situation. I myself don't think that it's cool for your friends to jump in on something when it's a one-on-one situation and y'all in the same pretty much weight class. Why am I jumping in it? Okay. Now, it was also mighty funny to me that on that bus, she kept on, Tasiki was like, I jumped in it. I told her, you ain't want to fight no more. She was like, yeah. I ain't talking about you. And, I'm not mad at Tasiki because we all know what Tasiki can do, But Biggie, you should have jumped in and at least hit her or something. Anna, what? Like the double standards here. Like, okay, just because Tasiki can bang mean that she get a pass and she's still a great friend to you. But because Biggie technically really can't fight for real, you mad at her? That don't even add up, girl. It don't add up. If you're going to be mad at one, be mad at the other. And at the end of the day, why does Biggie have to jump in and hit this girl? Nobody else was jumping in hitting you, so why should she have to jump in and hit you? And if you feel that way about Biggie, you should feel that way about Tasiki, but you don't want that smoke with Tasiki, and you feel like you can yell and get mad and all of that with Biggie. You know what I'm saying? And granted, she be having Biggie back. She do. But we all know Biggie is not a fighter. Biggie cannot fight. Biggie don't be wanting to fight because Biggie is tired of getting beat up on camera. Shoot. She tired. Leave that little fat girl alone. She could barely breathe. Okay? So I just didn't like the way she was handling that situation. And at the end of the day, if you see she not the type that's going to jump and do all of that stuff that you do, stop doing it for her. It's simple. Okay? So the other girls get to co-signing with her, especially Akbar telling Biggie she don't like that, she should do this and she should do that. And it's like, Akbar, okay, you just got here. You don't even go here. Shut it up, please. You doing too much. You like 45 years old. Why are you even on this show? You and Tommy, big grown asses. So, Scotty then asked Jayla about the Ivory situation because it seemed like it was still very much unsettled because there was little slick stuff being said back and forth. And Jayla was like, it is what it is. If she step, I'm going to step right, period. So on the other Sprinter bus with the Newbies, Cash Doll homegirl Jasmine, who I guess is a rapper, cute girl or whatever, she speak up about the way Summer had been acting, and Summer tell her to shut the hell up. And then she already know what it is, her music flopping, that's why she on the show, like, don't be trying to act like you so much better than me and all of this stuff. And Jazz was like, you clout chasing, ain't none of this gonna even air on the show, you know that, right? Ain't none of this gonna air. Meanwhile, it's airing. So now she want to fight Summer. Summer threw a bottle of water at her. She threw her water on Summer, child. It was just a mess. Them newbies was acting up on that damn Sprinter van. Like, it was going down on that Sprinter, okay? So Lex and Ivory then get into it because Ivory said to Lex that the girls in the back basically was acting pussy pretty much after they had been talking such a big game about how they gonna do this, that, and the third. And Lex was like, okay, and I will fight whoever. And so the girl Pretty P then decide, okay, if you fight whatever or whoever, fight me. And she attacked the girl Big Lex. They get to fighting. Really couldn't tell if anybody really won for real. So now Big Lex can't wait to get to her, and she can't wait to get to Ivory, right? So when they get to the house, they make Jasmine get off the bus first and go in the house. And they in this really nice neighborhood and everything in Detroit, very suburban neighborhood. And this little girl getting off this Sprinter van with her skirt all the way up, her panties and stuff is just out for the world to see. She got on this baseball cap because her wig is off. She got BDB buckshots in the back of her head, and she just prancing in the house looking like a crackhead. And I'm like, oh my God. So they take the the Newbie Sprinter van around the back of the house because it's about to go down. I'm like, thank God they're not doing this in the front of the house. But could you imagine being like in your backyard, watering the grass or cutting the grass or planting your flowers or taking out the trash, and you just see a group of hoes on some renegade shit in the backyard about to fight? You like, and cameras, you be like, what the fuck? I don't pay home insurance and the HOA for this bullshit. What in the hell is going on? Child, they get off the bus, and as soon as they get off the bus, Ivory call out Big Lex to run they fade. Child, they fight. And I had to rewind it back. If you watch it on Patreon, you'll see I rewound it back several times. And for me, it was giving, like in the beginning of the fight, I would say I was giving it to Ivory. You know what I'm saying? But Ivory's punches for me, it was like some of them were landing at the back of the girl's head. And then the other hand, it was like she was hitting more of like her shoulders and her back or whatever. Then towards the end of the fight, Lex, got a surge of adrenaline because in the beginning, she was weeby wobbly. She couldn't get her feet right. And I thought she was going to fall several times, but she held it together. Because her and Ivory are like the same height. She might be a little bit taller than Ivory. And halfway through the end of the fight, she like grabbed Ivory's hair and got the bink, bink, bink in her. So I'm going to give it a little bit over to Ivory. But it was a good fight. If she would have been able to plant her feet better, then Lex could have really got her. But she held her own against Ivory, which is really good because Ivory can fight really, really good. But unfortunately, her nose was bleeding after the fight. It's because she got a nose ring and, Ivory hit her in her nose or whatever. She was like, girl, ain't nothing. Ain't like you made my nose bleed. You made my nose ring bleed. Don't get it twisted. So then Summer come outside, and it's Summer versus Jasmine, child. And they fight. And to me, that fight was a dub. Neither one of them won that round. Jasmine arms too little. She got little people arms. So it was taking all of her stretch Armstrong to even be able to hit the girl in the face because she's so much shorter than the Summer girl. That fight was a dub. So, the episode goes off after that, child. Baby, the girls is bringing it. The Midwest girls are bringing it. They are not slowing down. Next week is going to go even further with more altercations, child, more confrontations, more drama. And I am ready for it. Once again, y'all can watch these episodes with me over on my Patreon. The link is down below in the description box. I'm going to give this week's episode of Baddies Midwest an A. It was great. Loving this group of newbies, loving the new faces. We got some pretty girls in the house. Summer for me is just doing way too much. She is just loud and annoying and will not shut the hell up. And it's like, girl, will you be quiet? Stop. My God. Oh, she was giving me a headache. Like, I need for somebody to pop her in the mouth and make her bleed or make some teeth come up out of her mouth. Because it's like, shut up. Like, you're going to be one of the least favorite because you're doing too much. Like, she reminded me of E.T. Like, she's just annoying and doing the most. But she's even more, to me, she's worse, to be honest. But y'all let me know down below in the comment section what y'all thought about this week's episode. Let's talk about it. Make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.